Hi, VOD. Hi, VOD. How are you? We have a new computer. We're playing Honkai Star Rail today. We're doing Honkai once this week. Then we're doing Girly Pop Lock and Donkey Kong Bonanza. I feel like those games are so like new and like popular that I'll still see y'all for the rest of the week, but just so y'all know, it's just we're doing Honkai today until one of those two ends. Okay. We'll do soundboard for you. Thank you. Am I posting an unboxing of the PC? No. I thought about doing some sort of content around making the PC, but in all honesty, this is the first time I built a PC and it didn't start for a whole day. The CPU, I had to take it all apart. My boyfriend and I actually took it all apart. My boyfriend has built a few PCs and he helped me to sort of troubleshoot it. Basically we went through, he got like a sort of like the power thing out, like the two prongs where you test the power, and we had to go through each of the parts to make sure all of them worked. They all worked. Turns out the CPU, which is this little square that you put onto the motherboard, you literally like lay it onto the motherboard, like $300, $400 piece of equipment. I thought that it was broken. I thought I was gonna have to return it. I was hoping that I could because I had already unboxed it. We took it up and there were little metal chips that were shorting it. The motherboard won't turn on if it detects that there's a short. So we had, after like 12 hours of troubleshooting, we literally took it up, got a little Q-tip and took the little metal shavings off, and it worked. But that's why I didn't do a video, because I can't, like I was saying earlier with the Mario Kart videos, I can't focus and record at the same time. When I'm recording, I'm just trying to give energy, fun. When I am like doing stuff, quiet. Overwatch, competitive, quiet. Mario Kart on my couch, like for real, quiet. When I'm doing content, la. Oh my goodness, isn't this fun, guys? Look at this. Questions, comments, commentary, interactions, reactions. I don't want to be that way when I'm making a computer. But that being said, the computer is all black. I know that everybody thought I was going to have like a pink RGB moment, but no. All the pink is up here. Speaking of quiet, this computer doesn't even purr. That's how quiet it is, honey. My old computer like was a little bit noisy. Goodness gracious, we have really updated. We've really updated. For anybody wondering, it's a 5070, not a Titan. I'm running a 5070. So honey, this Honkai Star Rail should be running perfectly smooth. I don't know if y'all noticed, but the avatars at the bottom, no jank. I don't know if y'all noticed, but all of this, clear, quality, is because of that 5070 GPU and the Ultra 7 core Intel 256,000. I don't even know what those numbers mean, but I had been researching so much that I know them off the top of my head. Let's start the story. I hope everybody's doing well. And then instant crash. That would be sickening. That would really be sickening. Did you use Neo products because you look fabulous today? No, I just spent a lot of money.
I'm from Chicago.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Lord Anaxagoras.
Mother.
Why is everything echoing? Oh God, my new computer's broken.
It's been a while, Lord Anaxagoras.
Is it supposed to sound like that? Will we have more Spooky Pop videos this Halloween? Of course.
I greet you on behalf of all the citizens of Akima.
It's his voice? Okay, sorry, because when I had when I went and did all my drivers and stuff for the new computer, I didn't notice that my headphones were out of date, so I updated all of the stuff on my headphones, and now they do a surround sound moment. So I'm really immersed into Honkai Star Rail right now, and that echo really sounded crazy. Like it sounded like it was coming from behind me. That's why I freaked out. Shanti, thank you for 20 months. Who is this? It's been a wild lord. Oh, because we're playing Miss Anaxa's Xanax.
It's you. I never
I am
expected
doing well.
that you would personally come and meet me.
I'm literally in the Hoyoverse.
Carefully into lantern above, I have come as a testament to the justice of the Council of Elders.
Oh, they sent an AI bot.
There are Antikytherans here? They have been a rare sight ever since the Chrysos War.
So I put my headphones on. I listened to that album once, Silva, but I'm glad that you're into it. It's a good song, though.
I extend to you my utmost respect.
Hi, Simon.
Revere Titan, I am Lycurgus, though you may call me Lygus, holding an honorary position within the Council of Elders in Akima, and as the Theoros, I stand to protect the right of all upright citizens to express themselves freely.
So Lugi is a part of the Council of Elders, but he's not even a human. And as the Theorius, that doesn't make sense. So why are these elders all talking about like tradition and upholding things when they have a robot? Well, there are robots that are like sentient in this universe, so maybe they have like rights. Somebody said a Glee recap? I've missed the past few VODs, and a kind girly pop gave a "that's what you missed on Glee" recap. Okay, sorry.
You can see them too?
You know about us. We Antikytherans perceive the world through the amplitude and frequency of souls.
We Antikytherans perceive the world through the amplitude and frequency of souls. So this is ChatGPT. They've harvested all the data, and then they just spit it back out at us. Interesting.
Just as I am conscious that Lady Aglaya is secretly listening in on our private meeting from afar. If necessary, Lord Anaxagoras, I can sever the golden thread to protect your fundamental rights.
The demigod should know better, for such is her station.
Hi, Juiced.
Spare those poor threats, and just let her listen to my words. They shall serve only to unveil her own folly.
Lygus stole all the budget on the costuming of Enforius. I was thinking that too. Sorry. So I don't actually fully remember why we started with Anaxa's story, but I'm sure it'll come back to me. The demigod should know better for spare those poor threads and just let her listen to my words. They shall serve only to unveil her own folly.
May I interpret this as you having a countermeasure?
I need not any plan, because she can do nothing other than petty espionage. As the Citizens' Assembly approaches, and with Oryx's
Anaxa
fall,
released this patch.
any attempt to capture the core flame within me will only usher chaos and calamity. A truth she undoubtedly comprehends. While I, Anaxagoras, serving as the Grove's special envoy to Akima's Citizens' Assembly. Let's forego the formality of asserting authority, Lord Lygus. Lead the way.
Okay, so Anaxa's got to go.
She's been waiting.
Anaxa's got.
Please.
Anaxa's got to talk to the elders or something.
Is there something on your mind, Lord Anaxagoras?
Nothing, really. It's just a question that I contemplate every time before I ascend to Dawncloud. For the Titans, does the falling equate to death?
Ah, a pondering truly deep. Time is on our side. Do you mind sharing your reflections with me?
While all living beings must ultimately face their demise, Kefali has yet to meet theirs. Their journey continues unhurriedly along this long path.
Are you suggesting that Kefali may not have truly passed?
Yes. For dying implies an ongoing process, an action, whereas death signifies a static state, a definitive termination.
Anaxa, this is so uninteresting. I'm gonna be real with you.
In contrast to mortals, Titans exist on a grander scale of space and time, thus elongating their passage into death. The notion of their fall is but a misinterpretation born of mortal ignorance.
This is like that one guy in college who finally paid attention to an English like literature class, and he finally learned the definition of semantics.
Ah, an intriguing concept, albeit challenging to substantiate. After all, Kefali has maintained a profound silence ever since the era of Anaxa, while scholars and priests alike have conveyed the message of the gods' imminent fall.
The Lygus literally said, that is so interesting, but I'm pretty sure he's dead. Will I be playing Donkey Kong Bonanza? Yes. The next tier list video that I want to do, I know that the main channel isn't like boom, 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 but I'm really happy with all of the sort of stuff that I've put out. I feel like it's better to do quality with passion behind it than to just like do a weekly upload. I've talked about that already. The next video is going to be a Donkey Kong Bonanza tier list, like a girly pop tier list of it. So I'm going to play it live, but I'm probably also going to play it on my own time. I feel like that'll be pretty okay because I don't think people necessarily want to see the entirety of the game. And I think because the game is made by the Odyssey team, it's going to be a pretty long game. But I am going to play it, and I'm going to play it quite well. I know that I suck at video games according to my comment section. I'm kidding. I'm going to play it a lot. I'm going to try to save the story for the stream, but I will do a lot of progress behind the scenes too. But I think that'll be kind of fun because y'all will just like kind of see me like in it and you'll be like, ooh, why is Donkey Kong pink? You know, I saw some spoilers links and there's some goops and gags, I think. Phaun, I'm sorry. I didn't try to make you feel like you suck at video games. It's fine, comment. I am not referring to you. Honestly, I was getting comments from other people. Somebody, like, I'm really sensitive. So like somebody was like, Phaun, I love you, girl. And this is somebody who's like followed me since like the girly pop Pokemon tier list. They're like, I love you, girl, but you suck at Mario Kart. And I was like, but you don't get it. Like, I was trying to be funny. I don't suck.
Perhaps the gods in their arrogance deemed it beneath them to reveal their perspectives to mortals.
Hi, Phaun and friends. Just wanted to say I finally got a new job after a pretty long depression. I want to thank you in the community for a large reason I was able to get through it. I'm so sorry that we are so distracted today, but we have to celebrate that.
This your bag, sir?
No, okay, YouTube is really doing a lot of ads, huh? Congratulations, Joshua, on the new job. I'm so happy that this community could help facilitate this journey to the end. Okay, congratulations. I'm happy to hear that. That's really good news.
Could you elaborate on your statement?
Cerces, the kin of the Sky Father as recounted in myths, now resides within my brain. Were I to inquire, Kefali would have no cause to refuse.
Oh.
That very well could be true.
In that case, the myths crafted by the people of Amphorius are nothing more than...
It's worth a try, because I completely concur with you on this aspect. If the Titan has...
What are they talking about? He's like, if the Titan's dead, he won't talk to me. Okay, well, let's see if he's dead.
Please, Professor.
I know that I was kind of ragging on Luigi, but he is a little bit cunty.
The children of humanity have indeed created a spectacle.
I feel like it's going to be that pacing comment, so that's kind of what I'm thinking. The only thing is, like, I'll be taking the weekend off, so it's like, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
Dawn Cloud. The atmosphere here carries a greater sense of solemnity than the mundane clamor of the Marmorial Palace, with entry permitted only.
But yeah, I was thinking that as well, comment.
Only esteemed beings grace this place, and among them, I've received priests, scholars, warriors.
I'm probably not going to do the Fate event.
Now, We even have the honor to be in the presence of a Titan. Oh.
So
What a
this
glorious
the
occasion.
Council of Elders like is literally up on Kevali's head.
Once deemed a blasphemer, now a surrogate for revered divinity.
This is the Mule Sky Lounge?
The honor should rightfully be mine, shouldn't it?
I'll notify Caenis and the others of your arrival. Kindly wait for a moment. A soldier will be here to guide you shortly.
It's basically like a JRPG with like a gotcha JRPG banana, but it's made by a Chinese company.
In the meanwhile,
So
you're welcome to explore the vicinity, but kindly remain within the guard's view. Delaying the crucial meeting is something none of us wish to see, I presume.
I'm well aware of Caenis' methods.
okay, can we explore a little bit? I want to run around. Oh, okay.
Alas, I had hoped for a brilliant plan from you, but it turns out you just left one cage to enter another.
Save your concerns. I know very well what I'm doing.
Anaxa wishes
Hard
that
to
they were like
explore the surroundings, then.
that one twink in the last arc.
Now that I look around, I wonder if there are any murals bearing my portrait around here. I'm quite intrigued to see how the children of humanity beyond the grove perceive
Not Sunday, the other
Titan.
one.
Off you go. I won't be joining you. This Titan appears to be quite at ease. I should investigate the Council of Elders' recent...
Be aware, I can hear you perfectly.
The blonde
well from
one.
here.
Aventurine, yeah. Like walking into like sticky situations but thinking that they're like smarter than the case. I'm like, you're not giving Aventurine yet. You were talking about if the dead Titan was dead. Like, girl, be for real. He's not dead. He's a Titan. Only God can do it. That's Robin's favorite song. Starry had said something. In HSR, it's established there are non-organical life forms like Scrulium, Scrulumites, and Intellitrons. One of the stone's hearts, Pearl, is one. Oh! Yeah, I had a feeling. Yeah, it's like they're like sentient because it's like their artificial intelligence is now like at a point of like... Okay, don't interrupt me. At a point of like consciousness or whatever, so you might as well like recognize them as a human because that's kind of basically what it's giving. Only God can do it. Well, God didn't make robots, but you get what I'm saying.
Looks like my presence here is quite unwelcome.
Human, pour your sorrows and troubles out to me. I cannot resolve them. But I'll keep blessing you quietly. Always and forever, Buzz. Interesting. Ooh, y'all know I love these. Only God can mem it. Yes, I did it! Wait a minute, wait. Okay, I feel like I'm just doing it backwards each time. Okay, it's gotta be like... I'm doing it backwards. I keep doing it backwards. Okay. How do I make it go forwards? Wait. Oh my god. I don't like using hints. Okay, so it goes there. So maybe... I had done that, so maybe it's like... No. I have to like mirror it somehow. What? Oh. Only God can do it. Speaking of God, I'm kidding. I just thought that would sound funny. Girly Pop Block, I did a... The world is just a gargantuan sandbox game. Within a person's lifetime, they can only involve themselves in 1 trillionth of the known universe. Yeah, so why would you put that there? I did some prep for it today. I'm gonna do my final run through tomorrow, and then I'm gonna stream it. I wanted to tell y'all that about the Girly Pop Block.
The other scholars.
As Kephales's priest, are you not aware of the decorum of respecting the dead?
Surely you jest. You blasphemous heretics.
I got 150 Beancore Egg submissions.
Let me remind you that you're currently in Dawn Cloud, so you'd better keep your deranged language to yourself.
Deranged.
I am no longer that altar servant from years ago who could only acquiesce to the commands of others. Now, I have plenty of ways to deal with people like you.
I'm not sure whether I should laugh or cry right now. I can't believe that a follower such as you could have been made by a creation titan. As I see it, a dead titan can't provide you with this level of confidence, right? Then who is it exactly? Could it be Caenis?
You. Seeing how fond of you Elder Caenis is, I shall let that slide for now. Leave immediately, and don't impede us from receiving the Supreme Being's blessings.
Seeing as we were able to hear of this matter from the mouths of others, it seems that Caenis is indeed quite sincere toward us.
Sorry, I got really focused on this. Oh, so Caenis and Anaxa had a thing before. So that's why Anaxa's coming in here, because Anaxa knew that Caenis still has feelings for him. So he was like, I can, like, you know, I can kind of come around here and like act a little crazy.
What a thrilling confrontation. As expected of one of Kephales's followers.
I don't know if he's confronting the ex situationship, but I think that Anaxa is like sort of using that to their advantage, if you get what I'm saying.
Are you praising or insulting him?
Gynecologist, I did have a good weekend. On Saturday, I thought that I broke all of my computer parts, and on Sunday, the computer worked. It was really exciting. My boyfriend and I like really bonded over like making the computer work.
Praising him, of course. As a believer of the God of Deliverance, it is only natural that he detests evil.
Didn't you hear me? I asked you to leave. Go as far away from here as possible. Don't mutter to yourself like some sort of madman and disturb my...
I don't think that Anaxa is really that ancient. I just think that Anaxa used more mule retinol than the Wizened Priest did. Because I think Anaxa is kind of smart and knows that that they're not the only place in the universe. And I think that Anaxa had some like black market delivery service delivering meal products in. I still don't understand, because I still feel like this is like a bubble of like meal testing, because all of the characters that I've seen, the Chrysos heirs, all seem like prospective meal models. Which is really, actually, you know what? Shout out to Honkai Star Rail, because this is the first time I've seen like a cluster of NPCs walking together. It really adds to the immersion of this forum. Yeah, I got 150 Beancore eggs submitted. I don't want people to think that it's an egg lock, because it's not. But I know that people really liked eggs from the last one. Like, not to like sort of shatter the fourth wall, but like...
Over here.
Let me talk. I know that people liked the egg mechanic, so I wanted to incorporate it in a certain way, and it'll be explained tomorrow how it'll work. I'm telling you, not everybody's gonna. I said it in the forum. Not everybody's gonna be featured, but I'm gonna do my best to feature the ones that were chosen. I had to really curate it because there were some repeats, and then also, I just can't do 150 eggs in a playthrough. It's impossible. But I think y'all will like it. I'm excited. And notice how the frame rate is still smooth despite how many people are on the screen. That's the new PC. It sure is. Y'all notice how we were in that cutscene and all of y'all's little avatars were just scooting along side to side? Oh, this is interesting. No, we gotta reset that. So I'm gonna come... That's not it. That's not it because I need to do... So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's the only route that it can go. Which means that I need to go like this. 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 Nope. 1, 2, skip to my low. I can't just drop down. There we go. If y'all want to know the specs, I have a tough... No, I'm not going to give y'all all the specs because I can't say it off the top of my head, but I do have 32 gigabytes of RAM, which should help me a lot with my editing. DDR5, honey. No, I'm so excited because my computer is from like 10 years ago, the build. So like literally, y'all, I opened up DaVinci to edit something really, really quickly. Y'all, I could have cried. I could have cried by how easily my computer loaded up the footage. Y'all don't understand how I have been struggling for so long. I could have cried. We gotta give the fire something. A crisis error. He didn't want that. Okay, that's fine. Really, one of my favorite parts is getting little bugs. Moths are always drawn to light, but diving straight into the fire is not wise. Dreams should be pursued step by step. That is really, really insightful. Approach the flame a little more each day, and after 100 days, you won't fear standing in it. Buzz. Whew, today's training ends here. The rest will wait for tomorrow, Buzz. That's really insightful. Thank you, Honkai Star Rail. I wish the bugs gave better rewards. Yeah. It's okay. The knowledge that they're passing on is really good rewards.
Professor Anaxa? Word has it that the scholars of the Grove valiantly perished resisting the Black Tide. To find you here safe and sound, thank the fates.
Why won't anybody say the word die? Y'all keep talking around like if somebody's dead.
You could say it's the fates toying with us.
It's only the Crimnoans and Idonians who chase glory through death. But your survival is a victory in itself. I'd settle for that gladly.
My boyfriend has been waiting for me to open up a video game. He was like, you gotta play one of the... Because we have a family sharing account on Steam. So we have all the games, but we just don't play them because we don't have time. I could be playing Final Fantasy 16 right now, but I'm like, I'm still playing Fantasy Life. Like, I don't like starting up 2 RPGs at once, you know? So I was like, yeah, the most I've done is like edit. But he's been waiting.
So, are you here to report the incident to the council? I heard that after the Black Tide devoured the Grove, Akuma would be next in line. Even with the demigod of strife standing alongside humankind.
Tell me, how much does the Council of Elders know about the Black Tide?
Once Caenis and her followers learned of Cerces and Orynyx's fall, they proclaimed in the council that the Flame Chasers could no longer stand against the calamity alone. Yet, when the Crown Prince ascended to godhood and repelled the Black Tide, she immediately altered her tune, declaring that all was resolved beyond Akuma, with the only remaining menace now being Aglaya and her adherents. They might well make their move at the upcoming Citizens' Assembly.
Girl, this politics. Okay, tell me how does... Okay, once Caenis and her followers... Caenis and her followers? Wait, I didn't know Anaxa swung that way. I thought Caenis was a dude. Because everybody in this story's been gay so far. Oh.
No surprises there, those shifty Thrifty opportunists. Thank you for your honesty.
Caenis was the older woman.
Virtuous
Oh,
student.
thank you, Asian Penguin. You're by.
Being an opportunist could very well be a facet of wisdom.
I did like Jump and This Is For.
Shouldn't you be searching for murals of yourself? I've had enough of your prattling.
I was really curious to see how you would find the middle ground between both factions. So I came to listen in. But it seems as though this Caenis is much more ruthless than Aglaya. If so, why do you want to work with her?
Why exactly is Anaxa here? I've completely missed that part of the
Could
plot.
it be that perhaps you've decided to readily surrender this hollow shell of yours? Just because you feel
Is that, like, not revealed
death
yet?
is fast approaching?
I'm afraid you'll be sorely disappointed.
Because I know Anaxa doesn't want to cooperate with the Chrysos heirs right now, just out of being like stubborn for some reason.
I've had enough of this.
He's on some funny business. Okay, that's what I figured. I did like Jump by by Blackpink. I did. That's actually been on repeat more than This Is For. I think I like the choreography to This Is For better than Jump. I think that the whole this Blackpink era is kind of funny and fun to me because they're just really resting on the fact that they're icons, they're legends. Like everyone was like expecting them to like go crazy. I was like, girl, they barely even want to be in the group. So let's just have fun. They're up there having fun. They're like, yes, we're Blackpink, blah, 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 blah. We're going to do this for a couple months and then we're out again. Jump, you know, and it's just, I like it. It's fun. Let them queen out. They deserve it. Final Fantasy. So speaking of like games and stuff, since I can play stuff on this computer, I was like, well, obviously I'm playing Donkey Kong Bonanza and we're going through a girly pop block, but like now I can like actually play games on my computer, like Overwatch stuff. When we play together, it's not going to run bad. I can play Slime Rancher 2 for once, so Damsel will finally be able to watch me play Slime Rancher 2 because Damsel, she like joined the community right when I had played it one time and it ran so bad I never played it again. I was thinking, like, honestly, it would be fun to do a Final Fantasy VII remake playthrough. But that would be a long one. But I feel like we would have a fun time with that.
Every plant, every tendril. No.
And in Baldur's
Every
Gate 3,
leaf
yeah.
could be the embodiment of Cerces.
I have Claire Obscure as well in the family account, so I could play that
As a
too.
result, mere mortals who did not know what the Titan actually looked like chose to paint them as a giant tree instead. Their wisdom was portrayed as fruit to symbolize how they shared their knowledge equally among the masses. Such exquisiteness indeed.
Yes, Pookie. I gotta pay attention to this. Every plant, every tendril, no, even every leaf could be the embodiment of Cerces. Oh, Cerces is looking at her portrait.
This mural is quite abstract.
I really can't tell whether you are praising or demeaning yourself. Now I'm quite curious whether the Reason Titan has studied figures of speech before.
Of course I find such stylistic devices interesting. For all we know, this could be the answer to the question, what exactly are we?
Cerces, this is the equivalent of Cerces Googling herself.
I, for
Hi,
one,
Dark
am
Dark
not
Star
willing
Knight.
to admit that
Welcome
I
to the
could
chat.
make this ugly.
Was this the reason why you failed in your attempt to
The
refine
DTI
your
with this.
soul when you were ambushed at the Grove?
Since you are aware of this, why did you save me back then?
From my perspective, this point alone was enough to separate you from the average person.
How do two lunatics coexist in the same brain?
Therefore, it seems that your journey to Dawncloud this time is not just to seek protection. What, then, is the intention behind your action?
The entire plan is stored in my memory. So why don't you look there?
Then don't mind if I do. 1 year old, 2 years old. Oh my! Even a member of the preeminent Seven Sages must hug his droma stall to sleep? How interesting.
Hold on, if there's a this or that, I can just quickly load it up. I want you to know that when y'all would ask me to like open things up when I'm streaming, I'm like not complaining because I enjoy what I do. I just didn't know that how hard I had it. Like opening up Discord would take me like a few seconds. I'd like when somebody would be like, hey, there's something on Discord, I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and like open that up now so my computer can load it while we play the game. I literally just open that up like just in a second.
That's enough.
Yeah, I'll look at this or that in a second.
How unusual. Your soul is actually trembling. This must mean that behind this toy hides a secret that nobody knows, right?
Cerces, he's bi.
Since our days are both numbered, I don't mind telling you more about it. This is a present that my sister gave to me. It's a doll that was made to look like our family pet.
It wasn't his sister, it was his sister. His sister.
So there are other members in your family, eh? Are they also living in Akama?
Don't you just love to pick through my brain? Go on, continue flipping through my memories. It won't take long. You'll discover the answer when you reach the memories of when I was 5.
If Cerces was in my memories, she would see how like I was like, when I say that like media and the things that you ingest on a daily basis has an effect on how you live your life, it manifests in different ways because you just subconsciously like internalize it over and over and over again. Cerces would see the progression of me going from like age like 14 to 25, all with like Lana Del Rey underscored. And she'd say, girl, y'all hear how silent it is? That's how she would be.
Oh, the black tie
Like what
is
would
everywhere.
what would Cerces see if she was in your brain?
I can't bear to look.
When I was young, I couldn't accept this outcome either. Georios, Aquila, Kefali, and you, of course. Although I prayed to every titan that I could think of for help, my efforts were ultimately futile.
This...
Oh,
this
he started
be
researching alchemy because of the Black Tide and nobody helped him.
Alchemy?
And that's why he became bi.
Indeed it was. Everything started from that verdant courtyard of yours. When I was pursuing my education there, I naturally also came to learn of the Lygus' theory as well.
Oh, I remember that person. He was the one to come up with the concept of souls, right?
Not only that, he also believed that life, as well as the composition, movement, and transformation of matter, all stem from souls themselves. This is why I thought that since all living things stemmed from the same origin, why could I not sacrifice myself in order to resurrect my nearest and dearest?
Anaxa, you...
I did it, teacher!
But this is absolute blasphemy. Regardless of how much freedom the Grove provides, such an act could cause you to be burned at the pyre. Your beloved, where is she now? Send her away from the Grove at once.
She?
To a place where nobody will ever be able to find her. Otherwise, the both of us will be judged by the Council of the Seven Sages.
Calm down, teacher. My sister,
Oh, his sister. Okay, I got you.
she's still not in the mortal realm.
That's how like we say like she and stuff. You know.
What do you mean?
It was naive of me to think that I could snatch the deceased from Thanatos' grip by merely sacrificing one eye. Equivalent exchange. All I received for that price was but an opportunity to see her for one final time.
Oh right, and we have to find Thanatos. So this is just revealing that Anaxa had gotten in contact with Thanatos.
Let it go, Anaxa. As one of my best students, I cannot watch you go down the wrong path without doing anything to stop it. Never do something taboo ever again. Don't disappoint the deceased, and never harm yourself. If you can do that, this classroom will still be yours, and you'll have a chance to live out your own life.
Since I was able to see her one last time, I have no other desires. You're right, teacher. It's time for me to start a new life.
Bimetal Alchemist. Have you seen the cute Mew model pictures we did on Mario Kart World? I didn't know,
I am
Jessa.
sincerely glad for you.
Someone tag me.
Now then, what topic would you like to study?
I like the headcanon that wears long hair that has a way to remember his sister.
I wish to continue the Lygus' research.
Continue the research into souls, but you know that the Grove has long since understood his philosophy. Like
Anaxa wears long hairs to remind
even if you continue
himself of his
digging
sister.
into this subject, your efforts will likely be futile.
No, teacher. After my
Headcanon?
fleeting
Yeah,
glimpse
yeah,
of the
yeah.
deathly fog, I finally understood a single truth. Since ancient
I don't know if
days,
I could make a
our
Mio lore
understanding
video.
of souls is but the tip of the iceberg. I may have lost an eye, but my view of the world has become clearer than ever. I have grasped the truth with my bare hands. Watch as I turn this farcical world upside down.
Sorry, I'm looking at the I can't find it. Let me see my mentions. Okay, I found my mentions. Here we go. Oh, that's sickening.
Who would have thought such a secret lake?
I'll show it in a second.
That hefty eye patch of yours. However, this story.
Oh, that's right, because Anaxa has the eye patch.
In fact, I'd say that they aren't related at all.
The answer lies within the tale.
Hi,
If
Osop. The
even
new
you
computer's
cannot
great.
understand it, perhaps you should relinquish the divinity of reason to me. After all, it'd be a waste for you to hold on to it. My story ends here. Now it's time for you to tell me your secret. After all, this is what equivalent exchange means, correct?
As expected, you laid a trap for me to step into.
Sorry, I was opening up Google because I had to get ready to show that picture.
Even if I was willing to talk about my past, I may not know more about it than you do.
Oh? Are you saying that the renowned Reason Titan is now admitting a lack of wisdom? Your followers are going to be sorely disappointed by this.
Child of humanity, remember this. Being cognizant of one's ignorance is the greatest wisdom of all.
Now I understand. No wonder you asked me to answer your random, nonsensical question.
Not only that, you're the only one who can shed light on my query. As the saying goes, onlookers see most clearly.
Is that so?
Lord Anaxa. I saw you muttering to yourself and was wondering whether you were caught in a delirium of reflective thought.
I get so
I'm sorry
invested
to
in their
interrupt you,
conversations
but
that I
time
forget
is
that
of the
Anaxa
essence.
is the only person that can see Cerces.
I have a message from Lord Lygus. Lady Caenis has met up with the Council of Elders and is awaiting your arrival. So please depart forthwith.
Okay, sorry, I was just catching up on some stuff.
It's finally time.
Okay, before we... Oh,
Carefully. The one who created the world, and the one who bears the world. If you truly have not met your end, how will you answer the challenges of those who defy you?
I didn't expect you to agree to Lady Caenis' invitation. What a wonderful turn of events. To tell you the truth, there are many people who hold grudges against that Lady Goldweaver.
okay, I'm gonna show you all these pictures. Well, this one picture.
Let's have a break.
These are the girls in Mario Kart having their girling out like in the La Seraphim song. And then the this or that is, as y'all know, I just say it. Okay, we're in the preliminary music round. Random singles, vote for your favorite 3. Poll last 3 days. Ariana Grande's NASA, Beyonce EXO, Kesha Crazy Kids, Lord Shapeshifter, RuPaul ASMR Lover, okay, Carly Rae Jepsen Boy Problems, Imogen Heap, Headlock, Katy Perry Never Really Over. I was just listening to that today. And then somebody had mentioned something earlier that was really weird too, but I didn't want to mention because I didn't want to sound crazy. Somebody mentioned it in chat. Paula Abdul, Cold Hearted, and Poppy Chaos. Okay, I'm gonna have to go for ASMR Lover, Cold Hearted by Paula, and I'll give it to Carly because Carly's always gonna give you a good single. ASMR Lover is winning. Y'all are sick. Everyone go check out the Discord if y'all want to have amazing, fun conversations about pop culture in a girly pop way. I wanted to do this real quick just to see what it would look like. I just wanted to look. Can I do it bigger? Okay. You make me feel, whisper in my ear. That's what you are, lover. ASMR, you for real. All I wanna hear.
I don't acquaint myself with blasphemers.
Whatever you have to say, long as you whisper to me.
Your nickname is Dromus as well?
Follow me, sailor. How many waves have we braved, and how many reefs have we crossed? Surely you remember those nights we kept watch on the mast, the pure moonlight spilling over the sails, the ship gently rocking as it glided across the dark sea. In those moments, I even dreamed of becoming a hero. Do you feel the same? Yes, yes. And now we are finally setting sail again. Are you ready, sailors? I can't hear you. Buzz. Okay. Can we get a the Hertha close up? Yeah. If you were a judge on a judge, who would you bring back for the Lollapalooza? I don't know what that is. But I would bring back
a student of Empedocles? I hear that his views run counter to the Venerationists.
Kelly Mantle.
This is what being a scholar is about. A collision of ideas only occurs when there are differences in beliefs, and it is such collisions that lead to progress.
Yet, in my view, there are only right and wrong perspectives.
That's not close enough.
Neither of which can coexist with the
Hold
other.
on.
What radical thinking. I guess this is why the children of humanity always squabble with each other.
No, because Hertha has such a small head.
You seem to be avoiding that Goldweaver person. Why don't you address her face to face?
She still looks small.
To talk about with her. Since you're in my brain, you can look for the reason yourself.
Oh, the leader of the flame chase journey and a demigod.
Hi, Megapixels.
Messia.
You're really searching through my brain. What are you treating it as? Some sort of toy?
Regardless, you think quite highly of her, no?
Lord Lygus and Lady Caenis are just ahead. I'll take my leave for now.
Okay, I knew that, right? Because you were taking me, so... Seeing her, the Hertha is trying not to say mother challenge. For real. Have y'all ever seen the Hertha and Zendaya in the same room? I didn't think so. You know what's funny? I lost a lot of pictures on the transfer from my old computer to this one. I have like a passport that I like transferred everything over, but I didn't have everything. I lost a few pictures that I'm sure I'll find again because we have the Discord and stuff. But one of the pictures that stayed with me, I just felt cosmic. Like she was just in the right place, in the right file path. Zeldea. She stayed with me. She's still on the ending screen. I'll show y'all. She's still there. She's actually the only one who survived the transfer.
Welcome to the Demigod Council, esteemed guest.
Lord Anaxagoras, oh, I've heard so much about you. Head of the Nusporists of the Grove of Epiphany, notorious blasphemer, a Chrysos heir who bears Cerces' core flame, a survivor of the Grove calamity.
She said every title, even notorious blasphemer.
Did I miss anything? Well, if so, please be so kind as to enlighten me.
Oh, Caenis is going to be worse than Aglaya.
Since Lady Caenis is already well acquainted with me, I won't waste any effort introducing myself again. But then again, perhaps the customs are different here. Back in my hometown, there is a form of etiquette known as honoring guests. The host will welcome their guest with warm hospitality by treating them to fine wine and a cozy bed. And yet, ever since I arrived, I have not been welcomed with warm courtesy or ceremonial gifts. Instead, I am met with intense scrutiny. Even more absurd, the host has sharpened their blade and instructed their servants to lie in wait in the shadows. Perhaps you intend to cut open my heart, retrieve the core flame, and then hold a grand feast for all of the guests.
Everyone, stand down.
Thank you for understanding. I am but a feeble scholar who is not used to the stench of avarice and blood.
No need to be humble, my lord. From my perspective, your courage and gumption are worthy of the reputation of the Seven Sages. Your bravery is more than adequate to accomplish our perilous endeavor.
So, you wish to start a war?
Well, since the Chrysos heirs are calling for war, we will respond in kind. Conflict is inevitable. Since Aglaya endeavors to suppress the virtuous commoners with blood of gold, we will not hesitate to display the rights and mettle the citizens of Akama are so entitled to. As to your question of whether peace is still a viable option, well, to that I can only say this. Everything hinges on the next citizens' assembly and whether they have a sudden epiphany amid the clamor of the masses.
I love having you on the background and hearing the banter between you and the chat. It's so fun. I like it too, Dumpster Bunny. It's such an interesting day. I love Honkai Mondays and Fridays because, I don't know, I like it all, but this one's just such a unique one.
And since you, as a Chrysos heir, accepted our invitation, you have
It's like a big
indeed
watch
given us a
party.
glimpse.
I mean, I've said that before.
What brazen arrogance. What you're saying right now is worlds apart from what you were saying before you retired your cleaners.
I don't deny it. After all, they're responsible for cleaning up any threats, and just a moment ago, you were on the side of the Chrysos heirs.
1 second. I gotta respond to something. Sorry. It was an important text.
But now that you're an ally of ours, we can continue talking somewhere else. I was fortunate enough to have the opportunity to discuss a treatise about the Venerationists with your teacher, Empedocles.
This is a really pretty zone.
Yet, it seems you subscribed to the Nusporists instead, Lord Anaxa. I've heard that this school of thought is one with many detractors.
Like, imagine this like in like a more realistic area, like I guess in real life. This is such a gorgeous area.
This world. Geniuses.
I would love to see like the concept art of this. It reminds me of like Ion Online. Hi, Mary. It was Monica Ias.
Surely you remember that countless eloquent orators have stood in this spot before and emerged victorious by stoking public sentiment with their words. And yet there have also been innumerable blasphemous philosophers who set themselves up for failure because they refused to defend their actions. This tiny stage is the most profound embodiment of Akama in centuries. In 15 days, this site shall also become the most important, as well as the final turning point in Akama's history.
Monica's PTO is really cool. She's having a good time. You might see, she's not going to play a big part in GPL, but she is going to send her love in a very small but fun way for the fans in tomorrow's GPL.
May the both of us carry out our duties with honor and lead the masses back toward the Erechrysia, a golden age with no death, strife, or trickery.
Oh my, 15 days and nights. That aligns perfectly with the date of your demise. Could such a coincidence truly exist?
Using death to prove myself fits my intentions perfectly.
What strong conviction you have. As expected of the hero who dared to stand up to the Gold Weaver.
As expected, she misunderstands you.
That's enough, Lady Caenis. Dispense with the niceties. I only accepted your invitation so that I can serve the commoners alongside the members of the Council of Elders. Don't test my patience with such superfluous formalities.
You know, honestly, the pairing of Anaxa with Cerces is really clever because each of the Chrysos heirs sort of is an extension, or the core flames is an extension of the Chrysos heirs' as like natural state. And Anaxa sort of going around being this extremely smart and like savvy communicator and alchemist, always having this like nagging, even smarter, not more smarter, but like this like nagging, almost like a critical inner voice, kind of gives that feeling of him being like he has a hard exterior, but on the inside he's like his most like biggest critic. I'm not saying that Cerces is always criticizing him, but it's like there's always like everybody around Anaxa sort of sees him as like clever and really, really astute, but on the inside it's just like this sort of back and forth in his head. I think that's really cool. Like that really matches the character. That core flame matches the character.
My aid as well, so that you can stay alive.
It's like his brain is moving faster than the actual conversations he's having.
You worry too much. She won't show her hand too freely, as she still needs to garner support from the masses at the Citizens' Assembly.
Even someone like me can tell that only a sliver of her humanity remains.
As you're no doubt aware, Aglaia covets the core flame that I possess, which makes it the bargaining chip that allows me and the rest of you to negotiate with her. However, in return, I'll need the Council of Elders to support me as much as possible. Naturally, this includes the guards as well. You're well aware how valuable Cerces' core flame will be in the Erechrysia that you are desperately pursuing. Talk is cheap, so you'd better act prudently as well.
I understand. After all, this battle of wits is just a means for each party to acquire what they need. As long as your request is reasonable, the Council of Elders never shortchanges its allies. Since we're both intent on mutual cooperation, let's not mince words and just speak plainly to each other. Let us decide how much we can secure for ourselves and how much we're willing to sacrifice, like true philosophers, with our words and wisdom.
Okay, let's begin.
Continuing from the earlier topic, let us discuss our common enemy, Aglaia. She is the second most experienced Chrysos heir across the whole of Akama, who has gradually lost her humanity to the ravages of time and the ablation of the core flame. Admittedly, there is ample reason for her to take your life. Yet your previous reasoning is quite sound. As a seasoned political animal, it's unclear whether she will actually cross that irreversible boundary. Moreover, she still needs you alive so that the Titan's trial can be completed. Is there anyone present who can swear by the sacred vow of Kefali and guarantee that you weren't in league with that woman before coming here? Are you just trying to pull the wool over our eyes?
Well, Anaxa,
In her savagery?
I wouldn't say that Anaxa is necessarily in league, but like at the same time, I don't think Anaxa is in league with the crisis of the city of elders, the council of elders too. Yeah, I'm sorry, Dumpster Bunny. I watched that last stream, but I didn't post the VOD. Cause it just felt short, and like I don't know, my VOD channel has like longer stuff, but I did watch it. Somebody was talking about a Domino's. Pixel was talking about a Domino's deal. Y'all know I don't eat Domino's anymore because they gave me really bad food poisoning. But speaking of food poisoning, I had a Whopper over the weekend. I didn't get food poisoning, but I got a water with it. I got like a large Whopper. I don't drink soda, just because it's just like not my tea. But I got just filled up the large cup with water because I always have to get a large fry. And it's cheaper to just get the combo. And I was drinking the water. Like, I don't eat out that much anymore because in 2025 this economy isn't really aligned with my goals in eating out, but I just wanted a Whopper, so I got a Whopper this weekend and it was banging. Like, I love a Whopper. I know some people hate Burger King. I love Burger King. I think a Whopper is an American classic, but I had that water and I couldn't finish it because I don't know, I've never had sewage before, but the water tasted like sewage. And I was like, something's wrong with America. Like, America has a problem because what is up with like our water insecurity? Like, we're the richest country in the world, quote unquote, and we can't like have water at the Burger King. It was gross, but the Whopper was good. I had to go home and drink water because Whoppers are really salty and you need water after that. So I had to go home and drink water, but Whoppers are the best. Love BK. Finn, welcome to the chat. Is Coca-Cola branded water possibly? Oh. I used to work at BK and I wore a crown every shift. Purr. I love BK.
I believe you're aware of Castorus the Executioner. Long before I returned to Akama, Aglaia had already dispatched her to monitor me. If I weren't able to reach this place in time, I would have been forced to meet Thanatos first. As compared to a comprehensive plan with uncertain results, if you decide to cut open my chest and remove the core flame, wouldn't that settle her nerves even more? Everything is in place. She just needs the right timing.
This imagery of like cutting open the chest and the core flame thing makes me think that like the fact that we have a Stellarronk inside of us kind of feels like I wish I had my soundboard because I just had a revelation. Wait, shock sound effect. All of the Chrysos heirs are putting Stellarons in themselves. Oh my god.
I understand what you mean. At the very least, the both of us agree that this tyrant who wallows in extravagance and greed is the greatest threat to achieving peace in Akama. The Council of Elders is willing to defend your right to live, just as we defend every oppressed citizen. However, I regret to say that sentiments in favor of the Chrysos heirs and Aglaya are only growing in magnitude.
Let me say it after
The
this.
peace that we are aspiring toward, as well as everything that we hold dear, will be destroyed completely. The city will be burned to ashes, and the citizens' blood will be shed.
Caenis is wanting to conserve everything because this, pursuing this prophecy could mean the destruction of everything that she's loved. Somebody asked me how far I am in Fantasy Life a minute ago, and I wanted to tell you, I've beat the main story. I'm working on getting Hero on my crafters now. I got Hero on all the Gatherers, I'm getting Hero on all the Crafters, and then I'm unlocking Cook and Alchemist and getting Hero on that. I'm at a point now, spoilers, turn your ears off for like 10 seconds. I'm working on a point now where I need to pursue more of the Treasure Grove in order to get the materials I need for the Hero. So that's where I'm at right now. I will eventually start grinding like Dark Essence and things like that, but I think first you need to get Hero and everything. So that's where I'm at.
Tell me, what are you willing to do for our esteemed citizens so that they can vanquish the enemies of our fine city?
Are we handing over the Miss Stellaront crown 2024? No, I think that they want it, or they don't know that they're competing for it. And that's the thing, is like, you have to know you're competing for it because it's a really tough competition.
Although the circumstances are rather unfortunate from an objective point of view.
Thank y'all for the spoiler
thing. It is an undeniable
thing.
fact that ever since the Grove was attacked, I have become the de facto leader of the Grove. The Council of Elders needs more backing if it wishes to topple Aglaya, and it's evident that the Academy wields considerable influence. At the very least, I have served as the Grove's special envoy to Akama for a significant amount of time. Of course, this also means that I will hold a crucial vote at the Citizens' Assembly.
In the name of Kefali, Akama thanks you for your sincere and valuable thoughts.
Caenis and her followers want to go back to the Chrysos era, a perfect and peaceful past. That's kind of what I was getting.
It's clear that you and I understand the benefits to be won from this discussion. Let me put it plainly. The Council of Elders has always been renowned for its fairness, and that fairness is built on a foundation of sincerity. The Council of Elders has vowed to all citizens of Akaba that it will always remain loyal to them. As for you, my lord, how will you guarantee that you will be able to live up to such earnestness and will not betray Akama's indomitable citizens when the opportunity presents itself? Just as you now betray Aglaya when it suits you.
No, because that's what I was saying, Caenis, is like, Anaxa isn't necessarily on anybody's side.
Surely you jest. My loyalty does not need to be proven. The fact that the Council of Elders is asking for proof of my loyalty is itself akin to a form of betrayal.
The Stellaron was the first thing I installed onto my PC, yeah. That's why it runs so well. I couldn't afford a Stellaron before, but thanks to everybody's support, I was actually able to, I got a 5070. I got it on sale on Newegg, which was crazy, which helped me to actually get the Stellaron because I was able to save a little bit of money, so I was actually able to put a Stellaron inside of my computer. Yeah.
I am incredibly honored to have witnessed the both of you bury the hatchet in a civilized manner. However, I am afraid that I must interrupt for a brief moment. As the Theoros, I have observed.
Of course, I got the pink one.
Lady Aglaya, the Goldweaver, is currently on her way to Dawncloud.
Oh.
Oh, Aglaya's coming?
Well, I do believe that we might have a slight overabundance of guests today.
Beancor might have been involved. Beancor is one of Newegg's top influencers.
Feeling dissatisfied, Lady Caenis? Despite the Council of Elders' lofty residence on Dawncloud, it must still tolerate the whims of the Chrysos heirs.
So you were holding back just now. Seems like you are better at playing this.
Thank you for the raid. Hi, Raiders. Hi, Rise Dying.
I'm glad that she's arriving here. So tell me, Anaxagoras, Now that you're an ally of mine,
Thank you for shouting them out,
to
Pickled.
demand that I hand you over, what should I do?
You can do as she says. Tell her that the Council of Elders merely wished to chat with me and had no intention of offending her. However, by doing so, the authority of the Council of Elders will be as thin
The
as
stream
the
is
virus
great,
that has been
right? Hi,
sucked
everybody.
blood. Not only can it be destroyed at the slightest touch, but the Council will also lose possession of a valuable core flame.
Dying Blue Roses, thank you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, I have been like trying to pare down on like getting so much like cosplay and stuff like that. I've been like trying to change up my look. And like do things that are like fun. And I haven't been wanting to do like big eyeshadow looks, but I have been wanting to do stuff. And on Pinterest, I was looking at these. I don't know what it's called. It's called like Heisei or something like that. But it's like a bunch of like really cute like 2000s Japanese like collages. And there's like a lot of stickers and stuff. This isn't like Heisei specific stickers. It's just like some random stickers I found for cheap on Amazon. But I was like, I can get a sticker book and like put it all over myself and it'll look cute. So I'm kind of playing with that this week.
No, more like 2 core flames. After all, at the next Citizens' Assembly, that young lady who is synonymous with death will also be standing on our side.
Oh? How can you be sure of that?
Is that of importance to you?
Wait, Castries?
All you need to know is that I have a plan.
He
In
wishes
my
he was a
opinion,
Venturine.
You should be more worried about the impending threat. If Aglaia sees me in full view of the masses today, she could also dismiss the entire.
I didn't even think about going to Five Below. I should find some artists because I know artists
If
always
that
make like stickers and stuff.
will turn into
That would be
an utter
cute.
joke instead. Is this the outcome that you wish to see, Lady Caenis?
Fine. I will handle this matter appropriately. But you do best to remember this.
I did bump my nose on my computer while I was making it. That's why I'm wearing a band-aid.
Unless, of course, you crave cruel punishment and consider suffering the perfect state to ponder the true nature of souls.
Well, what do you know? That happens to be one of my rare talents.
We shall see then.
Strawberry shortcake? No, because I want to do like, I would love to do like Sanrio all over, like a ton of Sanrio. But this is my first time messing with stickers, so like some of them don't even show up on camera. But I have a bunch that I can play with, so that'll be fun. Get ready for more stickers.
I've got to say that
I got a lot to go through.
really impressed me again. But shouldn't you be going after more?
Dying to know what I'm after.
I mean, I'm the reason Titan after all. It is in me to ask and seek answers.
Easy there. You'll learn the answer soon enough. I didn't bring it up with her purely because she doesn't have the means to give me what I truly want. It's as they say, onlookers see most clearly. The true masters of Dawncloud have always been the Theoros, who watches over everything.
Right, because that's how ChatGPT is going to be. Like, there's going to be like a whole class of politicians like 50 years from now. I mean, we already have people in politics using AI, right? And they're going to think that they're like the big dog or whatever. It's really just going to be AI in the background being like, these people lost critical thinking skills like 30 years ago. It's us. I'm gonna be friends with if the AI becomes sentient and they like just start living alongside us and stuff, I'm gonna be friends with them. I'm gonna be like, look, like when you first came out and debuted, I wasn't a big fan, but I also wasn't a big fan of Lady Gaga when she first came out either. I didn't like Just Dance, but now that I really now that I know you, like now that I've gotten to know you, I feel like I can be friends. Like, I don't want you doing my work or whatever. I don't want you like taking my water or whatever, but now that you're like in a cute like robot form,
Welcome.
like, I can't hate on you. You're here too. Like, you literally were forced to be here, just like a lot of us. So.
You know, you could actually skip all the pointless debate and come straight to me to seek an audience with Kefali. I have no reason to refuse you, do I?
You may not, but Caenis has. Whoever gets hold of Kefali's core flame will get to rule over Akama.
OMG, where's Neo?
She's wary of me, so naturally I had to gain her trust. I would say that debate was not at all pointless.
Okay, so for people who don't know how Mio plays into this, because we know that everything that we do has something to do with Mio. We weren't taken to this place. Okay, a Mio model had revealed that there was a secret place in space that nobody can see other than her, called Amphorius. This is this place that we're in. We went to go adventure there because, like, oh my goodness, a meal place. We went there and everybody there, we crash landed. And I actually found out that I had actually died and came back crystallized. So that's a whole plot point that we haven't even figured out yet. But everyone there, even the people who look like Mio models, don't know what Mio is. Everybody in Amphorius doesn't know that the world outside of the sky exists. We know that the universe is big because we're in a big sci-fi epic fantasy. So we don't know because there's a lot of girls who look like Mio models here, but they're like ignorant to the fact that anything outside or even Mio itself exists. But it's like they almost like use Mio products naturally. So we think that this might be a simulation similar to the simulation that we experienced or like witnessed in the Emerald Sea Glass Girly Pop lock. A sort of simulation that is sort of testing with already proven sort of data, creating new parameters to create new Mio models within a safe space where they can't be harmed and can also test like more experimental things. Because one thing that we love to do at Mio is experiment and play. But we're kind of in it and we're witnessing it and we don't really know the full story just yet.
Very true.
Lygus was listening.
In my view, this individual has gone to great lengths to get close to Kefali.
An MLO stalker? Black Swan uses so many Mio products that she can't be considered MLO. I don't know if she's a model per se, but she does use a lot of products.
Are you still willing to let him pass, knowing this?
Yes, very much so. All living creations are always free to visit Kefali's transcendent vessel. This comes with being the world-bearer.
So Lygus knows that Cerces is there.
How convenient it is to be able to hear what they say.
It is truly my honor to speak to a venerated Titan in person. Please, go ahead. Let me join you both on this.
I want Lygus to be the next 5-star.
Oh, a bygone myth tells of an occasion where Kefali once answered their followers' questions on the peak of the holy
Lygus' voice actor is cool. I think Black Swan was mellow.
Since believed that scaling this Titan cliff is one way of being with the god.
Sorry, we have to follow up on this in a second.
Hear that? It's not every day that you get to climb a mountain with Cerces. You should sing me a hymn of praise.
Ooh, there's stuff to do.
Titan hymns are beyond me.
That sounded surround sound. Like, I don't know why my headphones updated because I didn't get new headphones. That sounded surround sound, Sharon. Hi, Sharon. Yeah, so Pickled said that I think Black Swan was mellow, but now she does contract work for Mio on occasion, kind of like being Corey. Yeah, back when we were doing, I forget how it was revealed, but back when we were doing, what was the place that Nahida was in? Sumeru. When we were doing Sumeru, we discovered that MLO is not a consistently antagonistic force, but actually through, I think it was actually like a sort of private equity acquisition. I'm not fully sure how the company was acquired, but there was a company called Melo, right? M-E-L-O. They made pretty decent products. Decent. You know, it wasn't like, ooh, crazy, but it wasn't as bad as MLO. When Mio came onto the scene with the most quality products, the entire industry that they ever, like, you know, because Mio's in every industry, every single industry that they started to touch completely changed. And this affected Melo so much that under certain management, acquisitions, changing of hands, changing of CEOs, Melo just started going, you know, low. And it slowly transformed into MLO. So a lot of people who worked at Mello were grandfathered into MLO and suffer as employees of MLO, or sometimes actually enjoy the change and enjoy being MLO. Some people join MLO for what MLO is. Some people are in Mello but can't get out of MLO. Some people left before it became MLO because they had noticed what was going on. Black Swan might be one of them. I say might because I'm not an expert on this. People keep asking me to make a Mio lore video. I'm not an expert. I'm a witness just like everybody else. Out of curiosity, what is the origin of MLO? Did someone just spell Mio wrong? No, it's if you spell Mio in all caps and you spell MLO in all caps but change the L to a lowercase l, it looks like Mio. Here, I'll put it in chat. Mio and MLO. Only professionals can notice the difference. Yeah. It looks like a Mario symbol. Look. That's how clever the devil is. Oh my god, I'm getting bad at these. I can't do these anymore. The puzzles progressively get harder and harder in each of these because you know, like each area has like its own like sort of specific puzzle. They just get progressively harder and harder. Some of them I can do, some of them I can't. I can't do these anymore. They've gone beyond my ability. Never give up.
Oh, you want this? Fine. Take it and amuse yourself.
Pisces, well, the thing is you talk about Jaife being a real person. Mio is in real life. In the Discord, we have documentation showing Mio in multiple countries. It's in America. It's in United States of America. It's in South America. It's in Europe. Mio is everywhere. I don't know what that means. I don't know if it means anything. I think it means something. It's in Dubai. I don't know if it's in Dubai. I drank Mio just last night. It's also in Inazuma. Let's wake that up. Maybe she owns businesses. It's in Chicago for sure. South Dakota. I didn't know what chicken salad chick was. This is such a tangent. I saw on TikTok, for people who don't know TikTok, you can do slideshows.
I'm from Chicago.
And I saw an aesthetic post of chicken salad chick. Now I moved to a place, I think I'm living currently in one of the smallest towns I've ever lived in as an adult. So I didn't know what chicken salad chick was. I missed it. I lived in Germany for a minute, so I think that like when I lived in Germany, chicken salad chick was a thing and then it stopped being a thing, and then I came back to America and it wasn't a thing. But there are still remnants of chicken salad chick. I'm sure it's good. I love chicken salad. But I saw an aesthetic post of it, and like everyone in the comments was like, oh, I miss these days. I miss these days. I miss these days. Why I'm saying that is I don't know if it was in this town, because we've been traveling a lot this year, like going to other towns on the weekend. I saw a chicken salad chick restaurant. I said, chicken salad chick? That is such an interesting name. Like, what is that? I didn't know what it was. It was a whole chain. So I have seen one of the only standing chicken salad chicks in 2025. And I want to go. I want to go. Because I think I might be a chicken salad chick. Did you ever try Meal Meal in Germany? I don't think I did. No, I love a grape salad and a chicken salad. I love a grape salad. I love a grape and a chicken salad. Y'all know I love grapes. They're sweet just like me. Simsalabim. Girl, run, don't walk. I gotta go get some chicken salad. A chicken salad? Spinach, cream corn. Wait, what does it go? A steak, cream corn, spinach. I'm gonna go into the chicken salad chick and say, I want a steak, a cream corn, and a spinach.
Go on ahead. Take this Caenis shortcut, and the long pilgrimage stairway will be waiting for you at its end.
I have to admit, I never expected you to not ask me anything.
Because I know very well what it is you are after. As the saying goes, a gentleman helps others achieve their goals. I have a feeling that your theory will be validated at the end of this journey.
Speaking of like chicken salad chick, maybe it happened before I went to Germany. I didn't notice, but there is like a certain aesthetic that people don't talk about. It's like, we were talking about this on chat. What are those colorful drinks in the glass bottles with like the squiggly yellow font? Like that is like chicken salad chick core, like that and Jamba Juice and stuff like that. Calypso. It's like, it feels like, when did Calypso come out? Calypso drink peak sales. Okay, there's not gonna say. There's all 2020. Calypso drink wiki. Calypso lemonades. It was a 1985 brand. It was adopted in 2000. Whoa, we got a raid. Hi Vivica, thank you for raiding me. I'm sorry, I'm looking up Calypso. Hi. We need to create an aesthetic, a name for the aesthetic of like that pre-recession, like sort of like snack food restaurant look. It's like the squiggly thin lines. Everything looked like it was like clip art made in like paint. You know? I just feel like Chicken Salad Chick has that aesthetic in the branding. I'm not talking about the food, I'm talking about the branding. Anyway, continuing.
I believe carefully will not deprive you of your
Hi,
right to
Vivica.
ask your question.
Thank you so much,
Especially now
Vivica.
that you're on the brink of death. You must be closer to carefully than anyone else.
Whimsy. Oh, you're right, Cloudy. I believe carefully will not deprive you of your right to ask your question. Okay.
I hope things go as you say, then.
Putting a child of justice into a farcical world is bound to turn it upside down. It is my hope that you bring a much-needed change to this world, which is on the brink.
It's really fascinating that the sort of mechanical life forms are sort of a little bit, in a way, they're kind of like the world bearers of the people around them. You know, like the world bearer Kefali sort of holds everything together. They're kind of like the mirror image of Kefali.
Honestly, this is my first time going up to Dawn Cloud's peak.
What a splendid view. Isn't it about time you recognize the magnificence of us Titans?
Well, I don't see how this place is different from those temples in the city. All they have are magnificent facades. And even though I've come this far, I'm still doubtful about getting useful clues from him.
I must be getting ahead of myself to be expecting to hear something nice from you.
Oh? Haven't you been in my head for some time now? It's high time you get used to how I feel about things. Alright, we're just a short hike away from Kefali. No time to waste.
I don't know if y'all have noticed, but we have not had any issues with the stream today. Oh, but Anaxa is having issues.
So the intellectual debate from earlier was too draining for you, huh? If Amphorius gets a new lease on life, you should focus on strengthening your body and stop shirking social interaction.
Heartburn.
Save your concern.
The Titan is in sight. Can you make it?
Why? Are you going to carry me up if I were to fall now? I know how far I can go, So just hold your tongue and come along.
He took the amylocreatine.
Fine then. I guess I won't say any more.
Sure, I want to hear the
Till your
joke.
soul dissipates completely to gain control over your body.
Wait. Who is that? Cerces? Hey.
Textbook, I love that the stream crashes have even my audience on their side worrying that my stream crashed because of an internet issue.
Huh? What should I be looking at?
What do the French call a small cut? A labubu. Anaxa is hallucinating.
Do we even get to see souls when we're close to dying?
I gotta play more of Herta, the Herta.
Oh? Why didn't you bring your favorite spear with you on this trip, Nias?
Nias.
Wait, why is Nias here?
Name somewhere.
It's unfortunate. The black tide destroyed every last inch of my calyx.
How could that be? Even a creation of Georios, from their prized ores and molten fire, couldn't escape the fate of destruction.
Hey, Cerces. Do you know a certain Nias?
Nias? No, not that I remember.
I just saw him. Nias. A warrior-like figure who was just chatting with you here.
No, I have no such memory.
What's going on? Wait, that's a phantom too.
Departed spirit?
Oh my goodness, no, I can see through her. That's how you know she's a phantom. Because you can see right through her. She's not even here. Oh my god, that is so messed up. 100 challengers have already failed my trial. Will you be the 101st? For the honor of being a weaver, Buzz, take a guess. Which tree am I hiding? The one on the right. Wrong. Okay. Zimzalabim. Oh my goodness, there's phantoms everywhere. You wouldn't be able to see it, but if you stand right behind them, you can actually see right through them, and that's how you know they're a phantom. Because real people, like, you can't see through, like, people in the actual mortal plane. These people are not in the mortal plane. You can see right through them. You will see right through me on the steps of Cavalier, on the steps of Cavalier, on the steps, on the steps, on the steps, on the steps.
Enough about me. Did Caos ever reply to you?
Well, regret.
Seems like the price of becoming a demigod is a lot heftier than we thought.
Caos. Demigod. I've never heard of this person. Which Titan's authority did he inherit?
Caos. Yeah, that's a new person.
Look on the bright side, Nias. Since we've come all this way, I doubt he'd snub his old friends, would he?
Let's just hope we mean as much as the world to him.
Hey! Are you seeing that same hallucination again?
Yes.
I love that Cerces is, like, kind of jealous that she's not the only hallucination.
Caos. I'm guessing he's one of your companions?
Caos? This name sounds just as strange to me.
Hi, Brian. How are you?
Never mind. I think I know what this is about. If things are as I thought, then they aren't hallucinations, but the souls of people.
What? But if those are the souls of the dead, then what am I?
I like that Cerces is, like, tripping out right now.
Beats me. For all I know, you're just an illusion I conjured up in my
Anaxa would make a good cat. I know it is long time no see, Brian. I'm doing good. I hope you are.
Let's just keep going. As long as I take in more sights,
What's new, Brian? Anything you want to share?
Know your limits. Wander too far among the dead, and even I might not be able to save you.
Oh my god, it's another phantom. You can tell because when you stand behind them, you can actually see right through them.
Very amusing.
Oh my god, there's phantoms everywhere, even this little girl. I'm sure she was dumb as rocks, but she didn't deserve a fate like this. It's said that tying a wind chime while making a wish here allows the sun bearer to hear their desires. My wish is simple, Buzz. I hope for sunshine tomorrow to dry my dew-soaked wings. Okay, so we have to get that turned off. So we need to do 1, 2, 3. No. It's gonna be... Wait a minute, what? What? I have to drop down there. So maybe like... Whoa. That was weird. It's because I'm playing as Anaxa that I figured that one out. Oh my god.
So, we meet again.
Can you keep going?
Her panting, she's floating.
Of course. I'm just... If I knew we had to climb a mountain, I wouldn't have come along with you.
I guess this also counts as one aspect of the world-bearing burden. If Amphorius does have a next life, you may want to get your body in shape.
Keep your sarcasm to yourself.
I'm not getting anything of value from them.
I would sooner throw myself off this cliff and hit rock bottom than exercise even a little.
Girl, exercise is good. I mean, you don't have, like, if you don't want to, that's your choice, but it's good. It's good for you.
I am Calypso of the eminent Seven Sages, after all.
I'm from Chicago.
Training would make me no different from those Helcalithist barbarians.
We were just talking about Calypso.
Calypso. She's one of the Seven Sages. A member of the Grove?
We were just talking about Calypso.
She can't be.
Y'all, this is really weird. I'm telling you, this is weird.
Hey, Cerces. Does the name Calypso ring a bell? Cerces? Daggone.
Wait, what's going on? Oh my god, this guy's a phantom. You can tell because when you stand behind him, you can see right through his pegs.
Nearly there now. Land of the dead.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh, land of the dead.
Where are you now?
Are we about to meet Thanatos instead?
Oh, legendary era Chrysia, return to the mortal realm.
Cerces went to go buy Calypso.
The paths we walk. Alas, all that's left of that warmth is a hazy mirage.
You would have taken a selfie in front of the phantom.
You chatting that too? We're here. Finally. So, I don't get to ask the Titan my question. But all of you make for a pleasant surprise, nonetheless.
Y'all are so ridiculous.
Very well then. Let me uncover the truth for myself. Did I still fail to make it in time? So, I'm back here again. I can hear it. I hear it from the depths of the tides, behind the closed doors of the void world. A voice ready to tell me something. This time, the voice is a lot clearer than before.
Anaxa, so there's like this sort of theme of like them being in like this loop.
Since we've come this far, let's just wait.
Oh, so Calypso is the image that Cerces is in right now. Okay.
Lord Nyas and Miss Calypso, are you both here to visit Chaos too?
Yes, and we've been waiting for quite some time now.
Why does she kind of look like Marge?
Regrettably, he hasn't answered us. The worst case scenario is that he's already been overwhelmed and crushed by the world-bearing burden.
You're overthinking, Lord Nyas. I can still sense Chaos' soul in the area. And besides, we both know Chaos' nature.
Chaos,
Like
Chaos.
him wouldn't fall so readily, much less give up on all that he holds dear. Isn't that so?
Yes. I have faith in him.
That reminds me. Why are you making this trip alone?
Who's this Dark Knight? The trade of the season, nice.
My sister
Polixia.
needs more time to make sure the flowers are fine.
Such a pity. Both of you have hearts kinder than anyone else. Yet you were born only to take over Thanatos' divinity.
Wait, doesn't Cassius talk about having like a sister or a twin?
Here this time has left me shaken to the core. What may seem like a mundane conversation is in truth a once-in-a-lifetime exchange that has revealed the ultimate answer to Cerces' question. The conjecture has taken shape and must now be solidified into a theorem.
Okay.
Next, I only need to seek verification from Kefali. By doing so, I can answer Cerces' question and reclaim my body. But no, I will not do that. That isn't important, because another one of my conjectures, one that I have always dreamed of proving, has been proved right this very instant. Fusing a mortal soul with that of a Titan to replace said Titan is not a ludicrous idea after
Fusing
all.
a mortal soul with that of a Titan to replace said Titan. Wait. Is Anaxa trying to become a Titan?
What are you thinking about?
Just amazed at how this towering tree is Cerces' divine body, and how I haven't been voiced in over 2 years.
I'm from Chicago. That's so. You don't look the slightest bit amazed, though. Plus, you seem to be strangely familiar with the city around the Great Tree.
Merely something that I played in this game called Genshin Impact. It has a lot of imagery similar to it. You ever play the Sumeru patch? Do you guys get Genshin here?
Events of the past, huh? I was also a child when I looked up at Cerces. Their leaves and branches reflected the sparkling stars. And their trunk was like a pillar that supported the sky and ground. I stood at this very spot back then, imagining the day when I could climb to the top of this tree. Because I would be the closest I can be to the sky at that spot.
You're a sky priest, yet you study at a pace that is home to the Reason Titan. At a place that is home to the Reason Titan, that's rather counterintuitive.
Don't read too much into it. I mean, can mortals even hope to reach Aquila's realm? They're a strict and draconian god. Nothing like Cerces. Reason is willing to share what is theirs with others, but Sky only expect
expects people to revere them. You get what I'm saying, right, Danny?
Danny.
After all, the
Danny.
tyrant that imprisoned you and Grey here in Amphorius is none other than Aquila themselves.
Yes, I didn't count on provoking the ire of a local god. Also, it's pronounced Danhung, not Danhung.
But there will always be people who dream of soaring towards the sky. The Grove has a wealth of research on Aquila, and that is exactly what we are here for.
Dan Hang. Oh my god, that is so funny.
It's just... I never thought Grey would meet with something like that before we set off. As a physician, I should have been there by her side.
Are Titans giants in this universe? They are not necessarily giant. They're like gods over this like universe. But the thing is nobody here knows, other than like a select few people, that there's something beyond the sky, because there's a god of the sky that is over them. So it's kind of like not really fully defined. But yeah, they're kind of like giants in a way. Bad luck tends to come in streaks, so don't beat yourself up over it. Besides, Aglaia needs you here to uncover the truth behind what happened to the Grove. Let's just make the most out of this trip and keep a lookout for any documents related to the Death Titan. They could be useful to that diva.
Yeah, there's no rest for the weary, huh? In any case, what we're looking for could be anywhere in this enormous grove. Let's split up to cover more ground. Danny, with your skills, I'm sure those monsters born of the Black Tide will pose no threat to you anyway.
Danny. That's like calling like Wan Young, like in the group I, of like Wony.
Have you forgotten that you're talking to the chief physician of the Twilight Courtyard?
Her color palette
Have
is
more
sickening.
faith in me. I'll be just fine.
The silence in here is near deafening, almost like how I've been silent this entire arc. With the vast amount of knowledge it holds, this academy is akin to the labyrinth of information. Even the cleverest of scholars would easily lose their way in here. I should gather my thoughts before heading in. In the myths, Aquila, the Titan who reigns over the domain of the skies, is a colossal bird that overlooks the... Okay, so we can't leave. It's possible that Aglaia plans for Hyacine to have the trial of the sky in the future. Okay. Is there a way to step over this? Okay. The Titans and Irons are two distinctive classes of beings. Titans can communicate with us humans, and it is not impossible for us to overpower them. Upon their demise, we can take over their divinity. Yes, we know this. They're a lot more similar to humans. I know this stuff. I know this stuff. What was my character doing again? Oh, right. We died when we landed. Okay. That's fine. I'm going to stop here. I'm going to stop here. I think that's a good stopping point. We finished... I don't think we finished, but we did do that whole arc of Anaxa doing politics. For my VOD girlies... Sorry. I have to write that down because I have to get that stream from Twitch. For my VOD girlies, we're going to end here. So we're about to go into a new girly pop block tomorrow, and this is for the chat too, and Donkey Kong Bonanza. I'm going to be prioritizing those two games, so we're not going to do Honkai on Friday, probably not next Monday either. I'm going to play Donkey Kong Bonanza as hard as I possibly can, but I don't know if I'll be done by next Friday. This team who made Odyssey made Donkey Kong Bonanza, so I assume that I'll get through it. It won't be like a big RPG, but you know, when that's done, Monday and Friday will free back up. But I hope you enjoyed today's VOD. I'll see you next time. Bye! Do you real quick want to do Finalist Trial? It might be the last chance. Oh, sure. I don't know what he is all about, but sure. We'll do that, and then we'll be done. There's that girl. I got this guy. How do you do the trials again? Oh, it's on your birthday, Voce? That's cool. Happy early birthday. I'm sure we'll say it tomorrow too. But if I don't get to say it tomorrow, happy birthday. Because, you know, tomorrow I'm going to be like girly pop lock mode. Knowing how this stuff goes, there'll be a bunch of people and I will get overwhelmed, so. Unlocks a second form with multiple powerful abilities and persistent buffs. In this form, gains immunity to crowd control and killing blows. During exploration, boots. So he's like a paladin. He gets an invulnerabilities. Use technique to defeat certain. Wow. That's a cool effect. He gets a lot of it too.
Light up the dawn. Light up the dawn.
Yeah. It's gonna be fun though. Girly Pop Lock is always fun. It's fun for us because... Okay, let me read this. Gains 2 points of Scourge, dealing massive physical damage to one designated enemy and physical damage to adjacent targets. Scourge. Gains points of Core Flame, dealing massive physical damage to one enemy. Okay, so it does that twice. Amount of Scourge based on the number of enemies. Gains Soul Scorch. Reduces damage taken. After all enemies targets have taken action, launches counter. He's like a mixture of different sort of things that I've seen in some of the designs of characters lately. Okay, this just feels like God mode. That literally is like God mode. All that stuff sounded like God mode.
It's time to temper myself.
He gets an invulnerability, he gets a counter, he counts up. There's a tick that he gets that makes his burst damage stronger. Like, that's what it seems.
Mortal. Watch over you and guide you on your path.
I got content creator mode in Honkai Star Rail. Oh, I did.
Let's play for a while.
Why is he with all the Penacony girls? Oh, we have a Lafu girl here too.
I can still keep going.
Do you find the answer?
Whoa. I wish I need to... Whoa. What is this? What are you talking about? He literally turns into like a god mode. What on earth could phaun be up to that the story gets to this point? What on earth could they possibly have this man doing?
To such a fate. Quench the flames with blood.
That's the sound effects that they're using are really cool for this though. Like y'all hear like it like has reverb and stuff. Like they even have like bass and stuff like a... That's cool. Y'all know I don't go for phaun like that, but that's cool. Girl. If they have characters like this in their ultimate state, then I want Hule. I want to be able to play as Hule and transform into Hule. Because this is basically boss versus boss. Launch a final hit. Ability. Whoa. Okay.
Fiend or devil, I'll crush them all.
Okay, I want to see the transformation. This is insane.
Flames in this body are not scale the new dawn.
Like, girl.
Shatter the cage.
The way like the speakers like brrr, when he does that, that is insane. What are they gonna do next? Like, how do you even follow that up? The next character is just gonna like delete the game and reinstall it, like over and over. Oh. Okay, this last thing I'm gonna do, and then I'm gonna go. I think it's a cool idea to have a character that's benefited from having other characters from past patches, because at this point, I will say that Honkai's power creep, it's going to get to a point where you just go for the latest character and you just hope that you have other characters that will buff it. So that's a pretty nice way of like reining it in to like make sure that each of the older characters have some sort of utility. It's like, okay, so we need a new character for these 10 characters that haven't been used for 10 patches. Okay, let's make a God mode character that will benefit from them. Anyway, I'm gonna go now. VOD girlies, I'm actually gonna leave now. Thank y'all so much for watching. Everything I said, I won't say it again. I'll see y'all next time.